Well, hello, everybody. I want to welcome you to Susan for SLC Aquatics. This is our #1 hashtag FishFam All Girls live stream. We have quite a wonderful panel already set up. And if there's any ladies that join us in chat that would like to also come up on the panel, I will be sharing the link in the chat box from time to time. The panel's for ladies only, but everyone is welcome to the live stream. And at this time, I would like to invite everyone to the platform. We got Carrie with ScienceGal Aquatics. We got Susie Q from Q Aquatics. We have Kelly, the Pickles Plants with Pickles Plants. Oh, wonderful. Welcome back, Susie. Oh, how's everybody doing today?
Doing well. It's a good day.
Good. Susie?
Perfect.
Oh, I'm doing kind of crazy. Kind of crazy today.
I know we didn't have much time before live, but only share what you're feeling comfortable to share about your hobby and life, whatever's going on. And Kelly, she is from my local fish aquarium club. She's on the planning committee. It hasn't really gotten off the ground yet, but we got some skeletons framework done for the club, but it hadn't officially kicked off. Kelly, you want to tell us about your fish and what you're keeping in your aquariums?
Sure. So got a 29-gallon with a beta sorority in it. My focus really is on plants. That's why I started a little Etsy store just to start selling plants, just because I love plants so much, not just aquarium plants, but house plants and outdoor plants, everything. So that's how I've always liked fish, so I just got into trying to grow plants in my aquarium. So now I just have 6 tanks now. So I have one with a beta sorority, one with Corridoras that I'm trying to breed, and one with right now it's a quarantine tank. It's got the goldfish in it, and I've got 2 outdoor tubs, one with guppies and one with goldfish.
Awesome.
And then a grow out tank. I might have lost count. Maybe I have more than 6. I think that's 6. That's what I've got.
That's great, because Susie Q and I were talking yesterday about, plants are still in high demand, and we love shopping amongst ourselves as much as possible. I'm going to take a few minutes here and go through the chat. We had John Doe here. We have Aquatic Express. We have the other Tiffany. We also have Caleb's Aquatics that came in. Caleb's Aquatics. I don't know if y'all remember Caleb, but Caleb is the young man that I think he's still a minor, 14. I think he had a birthday, and he has all of those, 26, 46. I don't remember how many tanks he has in his house, but he is an entrepreneur. Well, I can't even say it right. But Foxy Fishes is here, Roxy, Peplin's Creek Aquatics, and I believe I caught up with everybody for right now. And I want to go ahead and go to Carrie, since Carrie has to leave us early. Carrie, go ahead and introduce yourself to the panel and to those that are in the audience.
Well, my name's Carrie with ScienceGal Aquatics, and I mainly keep live bears. My favorite are guppies, but I've lately branched into more platies and a lot more swordfishes. But I also upstairs have a silver arowana, a freshwater lionfish, and then all the tubs outside, and a koi fish, goldfish pond outside. So I'm kind of got a little bit of everything, but mainly focus on branching out in different type of live bears right now. But guppies will always be my favorite.
Awesome. Did you say how many tanks you had? Do you remember?
I don't even know. It's somewhere in the low 30s, I think now. I haven't honestly. I just stopped counting. Then if I don't know for sure, then I can just add more. But I have mainly down here is just all of the live bears. I do have one tank of Carry Tetra this way, right here. These are Carry Tetra, but just kind of branching out, doing more than I've always had guppies since I was a little kid, but now I'm kind of branching out in a little bit different areas and being a part of the fish tube fish family. There's always something new and cool to fall in love with. So there's always room for more.
That's true. That is so true. Kelly, I wanted to come back to you right quick. And you said you have an Etsy store, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Are you able to enter that in the chat box? Do you have a chat box
yeah,
on your
so.
screen?
It's not on my screen, but I can
Okay.
get it up.
Well, you everybody that's present today, feel free to share any links that you need to. I do have some banners set up for Q Aquatics. I have Q Aquatics YouTube channel. I have ScienceGal's YouTube channel, and I didn't have Kelly's information, so she's welcome to add that to the chat box. Make sure you put it in the comments box and not the private chat. Okay. I want to let everybody know that's viewing that if y'all have any questions for the panel, I'm going to try my best to follow the chat. Everybody's saying hello to everyone. Everyone else, a member of ALA, we have our BOD election in progress. Bob, I have no idea what that is. Does anybody know what that is?
The ALA, is that what it was?
Yes,
I'm assuming it's some kind of association of livebearers or something, but I'm not. I've heard of it, but I'm not sure.
Oh, BOD is Board of Directors, I guess.
Something.
Yeah.
I'm not good at that, but that's my attempt.
So Kevin is here. Where's Kevin? Oh, Kenny. Kevin, howdy. Where's Kevin? I think Danikin and Bob called him Kevin instead of Kenny, or his typo. But anybody have any questions, let us know. Yes, Bob Kaler saying it is the American Live Bearers Association. No, I'm not part of that. Carrie, are you?
No, but I probably should if it's open.
Yeah, I have to look up the link. And
I have this list of things I'm supposed to look into that I learned from like everybody's stream, but instead of checking things off, I just add to it. And then before I know it, I'm like, well, I'll keep trying.
Yeah, I'm busted. I'm not set up for all of
I
this.
have notepads and Post-its everywhere for myself.
I see a gcaquarium.org for the 2020 American Library Association convention. But all I come up with is the Facebook link, Bob. So I'm going to share that. Copy and paste. This is the link on Facebook. And if you're not a member of Facebook, sometimes you need to join Facebook for some of these associations because they're not on, they don't have websites, they don't have YouTube channels. Bob Kaler says, devote special efforts to cares and promote breeding of those fish. And I'm also a member of the Facebook page, the cares page on Facebook. For some reason, they let me in. I don't know what's going on. My life is kind of an open book right now since monetization and being a guest speaker at the Gold Coast Aquarium Society a couple weeks ago. My name has gotten out, and I've been getting email invitations and it's kind of blowing my mind because here I am, a little 5-year-old hobbyist here that doesn't know much about killing. I do know about killing fish. I don't. I'm still learning how to keep them alive. And I was introduced to egg layers by accident when I started keeping Corydoras. They started having babies in my tank, and I'm like, I see another little dinosaur down in there. So they started having babies without me. So I'm like, yay. So Susie Q, come on to the platform, sweetheart, and tell us about yourself and bring us up to date with what's going on in your fish room.
Let's see. I have mostly freshwater. I have a couple saltwater. Outside, I have some tubs and a pond. Love my pond. I'm not breeding. Well, I actually just got fry. I've fallen in love with plants, terrestrial, like she was saying, terrestrial and aquatic. So I started propagating both. And I think next year I'm going to put my efforts in my tubs to propagating aquatic plants more than fish. Because tearing down the tanks was tough.
I tell you. And Kelly, I don't know if you're having any problems yet with your plants outside or inside. I know inside we're not going to have that much problem, but outside I had to break down some of my tubs because what's it going down to tomorrow? 48 degrees.
Yeah, I haven't taken down my tubs yet, but I have brought in all my plants. My house plants are outside, and there's just plants everywhere. I've acquired too many plants. So my house is just full of plants, and my cat is just going to town on all the plants. So it's a little trying to figure out places for them all, and I have to figure out what to do with my tubs in the next day or so, I guess.
Yeah. Well, Susie, you said that I know when you went to visit Liz, you came back with all of those beautiful terrestrial plants.
I did.
And I see them all around you. I'm just so jealous.
And a lot of them are not in soil. So she taught me about leca, which is those clay, expanded clay pellets. Using leca instead, it's almost like a semi-hydroponics. So I am absolutely. I was just shooting a follow-up video on what the plants look like 6 weeks after I left Liz's house.
Oh wow! Now, Carrie, you said you've got some plant. I see some beautiful swords there in the in that Tetra tank there beside you, and crypts up on top.
They have a little bit of yellowing to it, but plants, I'm new to plants too. And some of my tanks do really well, and then some of them not so well. But the jungle valve outside in the tubs did really well this year. The jungle valve that I put in the rice fish tubs and the guppy tub took off. It's not super green. It's more of like a purplish, but it still grew everywhere. It just doesn't, I don't know if it's too cold or too much sun, or I don't know why, but
according to Lucas Brett's, the sun does change the colors to reds and purples.
It does.
In your house. Okay. So it is from photosynthesis. Yeah.
Because it's half of the day direct sunlight, and then the other half of the day it's completely shaded. But when it's sun, it's direct sun. So there's always like that real fine layer of algae on top of everything. But the guppies and the rice fish, they just laid eggs all over the rice fish just laid eggs all over everything, and the guppies just used it to nibble on and to hide. But all the plants underneath it still did well. But I'm in the same boat. I am after I leave here, I have to get the kiddo off the school bus, and then the rest of the night's devoted to cleaning up this room so I can move the tubs in because it's going to get cold tomorrow. So
well, Kelly and I are in Alabama. Susie Q's in Pennsylvania. And Carrie, are you South Carolina or Kentucky?
Missouri.
Did you move again on me?
I wish. It seemed like there's a lot of cool people that live that direction, but no, I'm right in the middle of the country. I'm right in the middle of Missouri, like direct smack in the middle. So it gets pretty icy here. We used to get more snow, but now we get more ice. But it does get cold. I wouldn't say I compare to Susie Q's type cold.
Yeah.
But we get humidity, but probably not like you guys in the South. So it's kind of right in the middle.
Oh my goodness. I tell you, we've all been wanting cooler temperatures, but we wanted more of a gradual transition instead of, hello, I'm here. I'm like, okay. Rod was singing a Christmas song this morning. It's starting to look a lot like Christmas.
Kids were watching Home Alone the other day. I'm like, I'm not in, like, I know it's getting colder, but can we get through Halloween first?
I agree.
Oh my goodness.
Oh gosh, not this. Yes.
Well, anybody have anything that they want to bring to the table? Go ahead. I'm gonna address the chat for a few seconds.
Now, can I bring to the table something not fishy?
Yes, of course.
So I just started an Instagram, Plantique 101, to start with my showing off some of my plants. And I started the background shell of a plant YouTube channel, although I have no videos on it yet. I just made sure I got Plantique 101. Mm-hmm. And so if anybody has any interest in Instagram, they can go on over. I think I have like 12 followers.
Well, if you can find that link, Susie Q, I'll be glad for you to share it in chat, you know.
Oh, wow, that would take some skill.
Okay.
But I'll try.
And you can send it to me later in Messenger. And I'll add it to the description after this post.
Yeah.
I want to say hi to Swampy Acres Homestead and Roxy came in. Foxy's Fishes, and my friend Dena from Everything Aquatics. She said, "Give me a couple of minutes, Susan, then I can." Okay, so I'm going to copy the invite link and share it in chat. Kelly, did you ever get your Etsy in here?
No, I'll get it in there. I kept exiting out of the app when I was trying to change over to the.
It's hard if you're on a phone or a laptop. You have to maneuver around, create a new tab, and all that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Kelly, have you ever used Macari to sell your plants? There's a lot of plant people on Macari. They sell cuttings and visions, and I love it. Like
Is that M-A-K or M-A-C-K?
M-E-C-A-R-I, Macari.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, right now, with it getting cold, I've sort of just been selling everything and not trying to replenish it, not trying to grow any more plants, just because, I don't have as much space inside as I did outside. But so the store doesn't look like much of a store right now. I have like 4 things. It was looking like a real store about a month ago.
Okay, I just put it in chat. I don't know if you saw me put that link in there, Susie. Mercari.com.
Mm-hmm.
And Kaylor's Aquatics says, "Kelly, I'm not finding your channel to link."
That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for her channel too.
She has no YouTube channel, do you?
Okay.
Oh, that would be a cute name, though. Kelly with Pickles Plants.
It would be.
Yeah, come on, girl. Get on board with YouTube. She's on Facebook with me and a few of our local fish keeping people. And I'm very glad to have her with me. She's really been my supporter for some small little issues we've been having with my local club. And Kelly, while you're here, Philip texted me yesterday. He asked me if I was still up to having a meeting and a swap at my house. And I said, yep, I'm going to schedule it for the 3rd weekend in October. And it's going to be in Susan for SLC Aquatics Club. How about that?
Mm.
And we're going to be an informal club. We're going to invite everyone to come by and to bring your own chair, bring your own fish bags, plant bags, whatever, for a swap. and 2 people at a time can tour my fish rooms.
Wow.
And if I can find a nice photographer or videographer, we will be videotaped. So I can share it later. But I think it's going to be great. A few people really wanting some physical interaction with local hobbyists. And the club, has been building itself to over thousands of members over the years. And we had one person speak out that was really against it and, was kind of critical of it. So one of the founding organizers felt like it would be wisdom not to do it in the name of the club. And I said, no problem. So I'll be glad to do it in Susan for SLC Aquatics, and we'll just get together. Hopefully it won't be a whole lot anyway. Susie, come back. She keeps disappearing on me. But anyway, we're going to make it work, and we're going to get through all of the obstacles with this pandemic, and we're going to do it the right way with masks and social distancing, and we're going to have a good time. Welcome.
Yeah, if you copy and paste.
Yeah, copy and paste, and it'll take you right out of there, won't it? Oh,
That's funny.
It is.
Thank
Kayla,
you, Bob.
yes. Is that what he's sharing?
It looks like he shared my Instagram.
Awesome. Plantique 101 on Instagram. Thank you so much, Bob. Kayla.
You rock.
I'm new
Okay.
to Instagram too, and it seemed like it was pretty easy to pick up on. I haven't had Instagram for very long either, and it was pretty easy to learn a little bit.
Especially if you're really getting into playing around with your camera and your fish and taking pictures. They don't have to be perfect. It's just like sharing your fish. It's like boom, 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 boom. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Dena is back from Everything Aquatic, and she wants to know what I need from her. But all I'll need you to do is click on the link that I just shared. It's the StreamYard link. Click on that. Follow the prompts. It will take you away from YouTube, but come on over and I guess Kelly popped out for a few seconds. But follow your prompts if you're on your phone, and hopefully you won't have any issues and you can come join us. Dena is from Oregon, and she is the one that I buy all of my flake foods and medicated foods from. Welcome back, Kelly.
Thanks. Always technically challenged.
I know it happened, and we got Lee Pizza Boy Wilcox. Do y'all know Lee from England? He's on Father Fish's channel all the time.
Oh,
Keeps changing his channel name. Roxy Sue, send her hugs and love, as do I. Roxy is Foxy's Fishes. And when Bob called somebody Kevin, he's telling me that John Doe is Kevin. So excuse me, John Doe. I didn't know that's what your name was. Dena, welcome to the live stream. Can you hear me?
whoop.
Hey, Dena.
Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me, sweetheart?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you all hear Dena?
Hi.
Hello?
Welcome. Welcome and meet ScienceGal Carrie, Susie Q Susan, and Kelly with Pickled Plants.
Hi, everybody.
And I was telling everyone that Dena at Everything Aquatic is where I get all of my fish foods, flake foods, medicated flake foods, pellet foods, and anything that you have need of. She has a website, and I'm going to put it on the screen at this time. There is her that's her YouTube channel.
That's YouTube,
It
yes.
sure is. I need to correct that and put Everything Aquatic store.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you please?
You hear that, don't you?
Siri, yep.
Is there something else I can help with?
No, thank you, dear. Is that net? EverythingAquatic.net?
Yes, ma'am.
Everything
All right.
Aquatic. I wasn't subscribed to you. I just did. I can't wait to watch all your stuff.
I haven't had time to do videos for a while, so they're older.
That's okay. They look good. When
Thank you.
disaster strikes. Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
read the website, so where I don't have to click
Very
store, right?
If you do everythingaquatic.net or store.everythingaquatic.net, both will take you to the same page.
Okay, great. I just put it in the chat. So
Okay.
I'm so glad to have you with us. She's been going through a lot, guys, with those fires. She had to evacuate, and you didn't lose anything, did you? No house, no property?
That is correct.
Great.
Just a few things I threw away because of smoke damage,
Oh,
but not a lot. I know people that were completely 100% wiped out. All they have was the clothes on their backs. They lost everything. And they're estimating there's over 2,300 families that are now homeless because of the fires.
Gosh.
that's terrible.
So it's very sad around here and so hard to try and pick up anything because I moved here about 2 months ago and I'm still gradually buying shelving and tables and training people and getting other stuff going on. And now, of course, I can't find anything because it's all being bought up and donated for the homeless now, which is the way I look at it. They need it worse than I do.
I want to say thank you to GIRLS Aquatics for a $10 super sticker. And I think he gave me a super chat before it, did he? Jumping up and down. Do y'all get to see it? Y'all don't get to see it? If you had another screen that you could see the YouTube chat, you could see his little yippee guy jumping up and down.
I know, right? That's the only thing I regret about StreamYard is you don't get to see the super stickers, and some of them are hysterical.
They really are. I have 2 monitors now. Woo-hoo.
Okay.
My CPU doesn't overheat and crash on us. And it's a blessing. I want to say hi to, we said hi to Lee Pizza Boy Wilcox. And we said hi to Swampy Acres Homestead. But Mismatched Socks came in. Hello, Mismatched Socks. She's been hanging out with us for a while. And Danikin says, sorry, I'm late. Was looking forward to this. This is Danny. Hi, everyone. Danny, do you want to come up on the screen, honey? I got to put the link in the...
I hope she does. I don't think I've ever seen her before.
I hope she does, too. I'm going to put the link in the chat, Danny, so that you could join us. This is really blessing my heart, everybody. You know, sometimes things don't work out the way I want them to, but everybody on the panel, every one of you, I want you to know from Fish Mom's heart, thank you for being with us today. Still, nobody's asked any questions that I can tell. Susie Q put, being on StreamYard reminds me about not seeing the stickers. Yeah. So you typed it in.
Yeah. So I have a question for you, Susan.
Go ahead.
What is it like coming back and trying to reestablish a fish room after getting rid of a lot of your things?
It's wonderful because I can do it at my own speed. I can, I took a picture, which I can't share with you guys right now, but I took a picture of my rack that's usually behind me with the 10 gallons and the 5 on top. I cleared 1 complete rack because, as you can see here behind me, this 20 long. I'm going to move it downstairs and try to catch those bloodfin tetras and put them in the 20 to school back and forth.
Oh.
And And I'm going to bring 2 more tins up here and put fish in them. So yes, it's not as overwhelming as trying to maintain what I had built out of just necessity.
Yeah.
And you know, it's so wonderful to see Rod. He doesn't want to talk fish too much, but he's starting to visit some of the fish keepers with me. He'll drive me 2 hours, 3 hours down the road to meet with the guys, hang out with them, and he doesn't have to talk fish with them. They might talk cars, they might talk, you know, labor, wood building, cabinets, and just all kinds of things. Yay! Welcome,
Hey, girl.
Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, you guys.
Just when she gets here, I have to leave.
Isn't that the way it always works?
Yeah, I have to go pick up the little one from the bus stop. I have like 4 minutes to get there, so I'm gonna have to go. But if I can, I'll be back.
Thank you, Carrie. We love you so much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh, everybody, this is the other half of Kenny E at Daniken. This is Danny. Hey, Danny.
Hi.
How are you doing today? How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Oh, I see you've got an axolotl on your shirt.
I'm doing my axolotl. Yeah. I'm doing great.
That's wonderful. Well, I'll take you off the spotlight right now because everybody's just so excited to have you with us. You got anything new in your fish room?
I have lots of new things in my fish room. Yeah. I'm getting like a huge delay.
Yeah.
I see. Take your time.
Okay, so I've got Nanochromis splendens.
Okay, try it.
And I've got a whole bunch of new guppies. And let's see. And then I've got my my discus tank cleaned out.
Oh, I just muted myself. That's awesome. I had muted Dena because Dena's up there in Oregon too. And y'all probably on the same server. You never know.
Yeah.
Hard to say.
Yeah, I'll tell you. But I'm glad to have you with us today.
Where in Oregon?
I'm in Southern Oregon. I live in Medford, and my business is now out in Shady Cove.
Okay. All right.
So y'all are neighbors. Oh my goodness. I got to go back up in the chat, everyone. Suzy Q, are you seeing anything that I'm missing? I don't see any questions. Who has duckweed? Swampy Acres Homestead. Who has duckweed? Me. Anybody else have duckweed?
Grows wild in my outdoor tank.
Me.
I have duckweed in just about every tank, and then my 40-gallon tub outside is fully covered with duckweed. There's no
I
fish.
used to have it
You used to have it? What happened?
until I got goldfish.
Yeah. That's why I grow it for my goldfish. I just got some shabumpkins, Kelly. I put them out there in my 150, and they're hard to see because the tub's black. So why, Swampy, why were you asking for duckweed? You want to order some duckweed? Every one of us can send you some duckweed. Except Kelly. She feeds it to her goldfish. Duckweed. You want to order some duckweed? Every one of us can send you some duckweed. Yeah, I'm hearing an echo. Somebody's playing. If you're watching the YouTube channel, mute your YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm hearing that. Because we're getting echoes now. So if your YouTube channel is open, mute it. Okay, thanks.
I did. Sorry, I didn't mean to cause all the chaos.
That's all right. It happens every show. I'm not done. I'm not done. We also have Chewy LTD in the house, and we have Chevy Fish that came in. We have Brad, Mr. Fish Sir. Brad is also local here in Alabama, and he is also part of the planning committee for the Greater Birmingham Aquarium Society Club that we're trying to get off the ground. Chevy Fish says, I have duckweed in some tanks. Rebuilding our brand, Melvin. Hey, Melvin, how are you doing? Brad says, is that Kelly from Birmingham Fish Club? Yes, it is, Brad. Oh, you're famous, Kelly. Oh, but I wanted to go back to what I was talking to Philip about, Kelly. He said he was talking to Anthony, and Anthony was also there in the original planning group, and they're the ones who asked me if I was still going to have a meet and greet and swap at my house, and I told them I was talking about it Tuesday night, so I might as well put it on the calendar for the third Saturday in October. Since we're in October, today's my baby girl's 38th birthday. Woohoo! Oh. Happy birthday, Joanna. So,
there's a question for you, Susan.
Okay, where is it?
Are the fries still doing well?
Yes, they are. Is that from Bob at Kaler's?
It is, yeah.
Yes, the fry are doing great. I lost the mother who gave me 2 drops. And so I have the F5 and the F6 drops from his salmon skin. Salmon skin, I'll get it right in a minute, magenta deltas. And I separated the female Endler for a little while, for about a week and a half, put her in the tank with the shrimp because I have an overpopulation of males in my Santa Maria Endlers. And so she needed a break from the fellas. And I started watching some of the males maturing, and some of them didn't have that, I don't know what you call it, the tail that they have, the scissor tail that the Endlers have. So I caught her, put her back in the 25, and I caught like 3 or 4 juvenile males and put them over in the shrimp tank. And then the mama cherry shrimp started hiding, like, what are all these things swimming over my head? She's heavy with eggs, but I haven't seen any babies yet. So yes, Bob, thank you so much. So is the other Daniken Aquatics, is that Kenny?
Yeah, Kenny's in the chat.
Okay, he's saying hi to everybody.
I know it gets confusing and people say, hey, you should get separate accounts. And then I'm just thinking, but together we're Daniken.
That's right. So we just got to hang with it and ask questions. Is this Kenny or is this Danny?
Ken does not announce himself, but whenever I say anything, I always say, this is Danny, and then I put my thing. So if you don't see it, this is Danny, that means it's Ken.
Oh, right.
I just keep it safe and always address Daniken.
There you go.
I always say, is this Danny or is this Kenny?
When we walk into pet stores and stuff, people actually like, Kenny E. We start hearing it all over the store. It's so funny.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. Susie Q also has an axolotl, right?
5. I do.
5.
3 female and 2 male. I keep them separate. The 3 female are in a 40-gallon breeder, and next to them, the 2 male are. I have put all 5 in a tub while I cleaned out both of their aquariums at the same time. And if I was going to get eggs, then it would happen. But I didn't get any eggs from that.
See, I hatched mine from an egg. I was just given a bunch of eggs, and they all hatched. Unfortunately, I didn't have them in separate containers. I was very new to the axolotl thing, and they disappeared.
Yeah.
Except for the one.
Yeah, one will survive.
And he's great. I now know better.
Yeah, yep. That's good. As they get older, they can like cohabitate. They're fine. The only time they nip at each other is if they think it's a worm. I don't think their eyesight is so good.
They don't
if they think it's a worm, they just grab whatever it is. So if it's a toe, it's a tail, but it grows back. The gills grow back. Even their brain will grow back. Well, and studying them because of how much regeneration.
They're so cool. Yes, that is so cool. And what my favorite thing is that if they did lose a limb or something, just stick them in the refrigerator. So then they call it fridging. And I didn't know fridging was a thing. It's like, that makes them so interesting. Can you imagine? Put somebody, what if
the part that fell off is what you put in the fridge?
No,
or
the rest of the living part of the axolotl. You put it,
and the living part will regenerate better in the refrigerator?
Yes.
Wow.
You're kidding me.
They're amazing creatures. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I didn't know that before I started studying about them. That's when I found out that they eat, their brothers and sisters. So I'm like, oops, late on that one.
Total hesitation to breeding the axolotls, because you need to set up like betta breeders have. Once they get so big, you have to have a separate container for each one. And I've seen people feed them live brine shrimp through like a ketchup container and just you have to feed every single solitary container. And I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Wow. That is amazing. Something like from the planet Mars or something.
Right, exactly. That's what's so cool about this hobby.
Oh, Bob Kaler says that the tail on the Santa Maria antler is called a double sword or a swallow tail. Thank you, Bob. The other Tiffany says, ooh, who needs separate accounts? My hubby and I finish each other's sentences anyway. So.
That's cute, Tiffany.
Yeah, he's my hero. He really is. It's so true. So he's fabulous.
Well, Susie Q, I just found out where you put your link at. It was in the private chat. So
yeah, I don't have access to add anything to the chat unless I'm on my phone.
That's fine. That is so fine. And then Kelly's Etsy thing, I'm gonna get it.
Kelly, I sent you 2 messages on Etsy. I think I put them under your caladium, maybe, or your what did you have? You had a couple things for sale.
Yeah, I had a frog bit and some a Rhaphidophora tetrasperma.
I saw that. I'm going to be combining mine. I have several, and I'm going to combine them with this thing behind it, and I'm going to wrap that in moss so it can grow up it like.
Ooh, that will be so cool.
I'm so excited.
That is awesome. Well, girls, I'm going to take a little break, so y'all handle it, and I will be right back.
So I saw a question from Chewy, who was asking if I have in my zoo this, which I do not, Chewy. It's a Japanese fire newt. I think it's really a fire belly newt. It could be a fire newt, but I do not have any newts. But that I do have fire belly toads, which are really frogs. But no. And then I saw another question asking, what's your favorite terrestrial plant to put inside a fish tank? What's that favorite? Because my inside the tank, it would have to be Hygrophillia because it just grows crazy. I love it. But outside, I would say the standard pothos. Any one of the pothos, any variation of the pothos, because I like how the roots grow in there. But do you guys keep plants inside your fish tanks?
Yeah, I do bamboo also. and philodendron
What do you?
and creeping Jenny.
What was your first one you said?
Bamboo.
Oh, okay.
I just have one bamboo, and I have a pothos, one pothos. So I'm not really. I'm trying to get one maiden fern to grow with the end in the tank and then grow outside of the tank. But that's the only thing I've really tried. I haven't really tried a bunch of terrestrial plants. But
I tried.
Susie, I love your pond.
Thank you.
I also tried. I set up I guess it was. I don't know if it was a sump pump. It was an attempt at hydroponics, and so I set up a pump that ran through a long planter that had a lot of lava rocks in it, and I grew all kind of stuff out of that. So I don't know if that really counts as growing it in the tank, but it was tank water.
It does.
It
Yeah,
absolutely does. That's aquaponics, and I love aquaponics.
So
I
grew
grow
all kind of stuff in that.
all my own lettuce for my tortoises through the aquaponics, using the fish water through the plants. The plants clean the fish water because they love the nutrients, and it's just a beautiful symbiotic relationship. I love it.
Well, thank you guys for holding things out while I was stepped out. But I wanted to ask Danny, did you see the suggestion from Mismatched Socks of what the second channel could be called?
No, I didn't see that.
Let me scroll up and find it. Mismatched. Right here, your second YouTube account could be Ken E. Dan. But you need to put Kenny Danny, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, that was my mother's idea. I was like, we're trying to think of a name for our channel. And she goes, it should be Daniken. And I'm just like, oh, well, that's pretty brilliant. Okay. So, and then we were teasing Ken while he was on his fish fam tour that we were going to replace him with Benny E. And so I had my dad come on and pretend to be a candidate for Benny E.
Yes. I loved it. I wanted to answer Brad's question that he had for Kelly. He wanted to know where her plants were listed at. So, Brad, I had shared her Etsy store link in the chat, so I don't know if you found it or not. I want to say hi to Guppy Boy and the other Tiffany Suzuki. What's your favorite plant and fish tank combination? I like using my house plants with my tanks. Suzuki.
Yeah, I think we already addressed that while you were out.
Okay, great.
She replied that she's having fun experimenting with the house plants and the fish tanks. And the other Tiffany uses a whole lot more plants than I do. The pothos and philodendrons I do. I haven't tried the syngoniums, or I do have my lucky bamboo, which really isn't bamboo, but my lucky bamboo in my turtle tank. And the polka dot plant I never thought of. I think that would work great. I'm thinking any plant I want to make a cutting of, I'm going to try in the fish tank. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I started with like house plants for converting from plastic plants over to live plants. And some people I didn't leave them in long, but I put my spider plant in the substrate for a little while before the leaves started melting. Okay? So they were there probably a week or two before I pulled that plant back out. And then all of my, y'all call it pothos, I called it philodendron, but ivy, which is pothos, I started, letting it grow roots from the top like everybody does. And then I started putting it in the substrate. And in my 20-gallon high, which are, how tall are they? Are they 18 inches?
I think so.
It started growing this really long stem until the leaf reached the surface. And I'm like, that looks really weird. And so I pulled it out of the substrate because I'm like, I'm deforming this plant. And I put the the peace lily, in my
Oh, that's a
hang on
good
the
one.
back, on my hang on the back filters. I went and gathered some plants out of my creek and put them in the substrate, and they looked like they were related to Luigia. And but they just melted in my aquarium. They did not make it at all. So and another plant that will grow in the aquarium or in the dirt is the monkey grass, the mondoon grass.
Oh, yeah.
Kelly, you agree with that? Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. I did that in my African cichlid tank a long time ago, and I'm surprised that it worked. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they don't eat them either, do they?
Mm-mm.
And mine flowered this year. Of course, I have them by the pond outside. But they flowered this year, and I was so pleased. I wanted to see if Dena is still with us. Dena, are you still with us, dear?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Thank you for hanging on. We get carried
Sure.
away. But I wanted to ask you.
I've been working, so I keep putting myself on mute so I don't disturb y'all.
Thank you, sweetheart. I wanted to know if you had anything new in your food supply or any specials maybe going on at this time. I don't know if you do.
I do not have any specials right now, but it's something I've been thinking about because it's been ages since I ran any specials. I do have new products. Let's see if I can think of them all. I've added more of the golden pearls, so I have now the smallest size down to 50 micron, and the largest size is, I believe, 800 micron. So there's like 5 different sizes now. Let's see here. Lincomycin, also known as, starts with a C, I'm drawing a blank. Clindamycin, I think, is a new antibiotic. It's a strong medication, so I wouldn't recommend it as your first. Oh, I got first little signs of some bacterial thing going on. I would not start with this one because it's like one of the strongest ones we have available.
Okay.
Let's see here. I now have freeze-dried mysis shrimp. They're tiny little guys, like a quarter to half an inch, maybe. I think they're smaller than that in size. So it'd be good for angels and other smaller fish. Let's see, what else is there? There's some more flake combinations. As soon as my order shows up, I'll have pellets ranging up to 9.5 millimeter in size. Right now I only have 7.5. I'm just drawing a blank here. Hang on here. I've been adding
I've got the
stuff.
website on the screen. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, yes, I can. If you click on at the bottom of the left side, there'll be new products, like the third one up.
Yes.
That's only the stuff I've gotten added. Oh, yeah, astaxanthin and spirulina powder. Like I
is
said,
that
I've got
one?
so much stuff going on. I'm losing track of it.
What
Those
is
two
that?
say sold out, but I just have to get the pricing and inventory in. But I do have those in stock now. And then
The tiny crustaceans. Okay.
yeah, it's a type of plankton. So it's very, very tiny, and they're just like ground up, and that's what astaxanthin powder is.
Okay. Spirulina powder. Okay.
And spirulina powder, a lot of people like using both of those when they do homemade mixes.
Mm-hmm.
I've added them into Repashy just to give extra nutrition. Or if I wanted to have a color boost, you put the astaxanthin into the Repashy mix. Or if you have discus and you're making beef heart mixes and stuff along that line. Let's see, leaves. I now have mulberry leaves, guava leaves that are packaged in sets of 20, and then Indian almond leaves, which are loose and in bulk, so I can go from 10 to hundreds.
7 and 12 inches long.
Yeah, they range from 7 to 12 inches long. So a gallon-sized bag holds about 25 leaves to give you an idea of how much volume they take up.
Nice.
Let's see here. Expanding on the sticks and the mini sticks, that seems to be very popular.
Uh-huh.
So getting more flavors of those, and then I'll come up with some more combinations.
That's a great price on the catawba leaves.
No, thank you. Yeah, I had those imported from Borneo. That was quite a feast, quite an adventure. It took 2.5 months to ship from Borneo to get here, thanks to COVID and all the new regulations.
Oh, wow.
Then yesterday or Monday, I got a phone call from UPS requesting ingredients on a non-medicated product so I can export it. So I don't know what's going on in the US. I'm like, is this something new? I've never been asked for this before. Oh, no, it's nothing new. I'm like, well, then why are you asking?
Right.
But I had to give them an ingredients list.
Wow.
So things are definitely changing, and I don't know what they're changing to. I just wait till I get a phone call that says, we need this information.
I just wanted y'all to see some of her pricing because
Yeah.
it is amazing. And bloodworm flakes, 2 ounces for $3.19. What was that bag that I bought last time of the guppy flake? Was that 10 ounces?
8 or 10.
And I bought 2 of those because I was feeding guppies out in the pond and guppies inside. And now I still have plenty when I'm bringing them in from the ponds.
And as soon as I get the beef heart flake back in stock, then I can have the flake value pack again. That's why it's sold out, because I have no beef heart.
Right. Okay. And like you see, live bearers, cichlids, the medicated flakes are awesome.
Yeah, medicated flake or pellet. On my website, I've only got the 1 millimeter listed. My son-in-law's been writing a new website for me, but because of family situations and because his family was affected by fires and his father is in hospice now at the end of his life, and so he's being pulled in too many directions, so it's taking a long time. But once it is done, this whole website will be gone and it'll be replaced with a new site. And then I'll work on getting all the products added in all the various sizes. But right now I just tell people if they want medicated pellets, because everything just says 1 millimeter for the most part, just add a comment to the order that you want it in whatever size, and then I'll substitute it out.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
I think the lincomycin is the only... Oh, I haven't received it yet, but I will be getting Dimilin, which is a new medication. It targets anchorworms. And this is what floored me when I was talking with the manufacturer. They say that 1 gram will treat 10,000 gallons for 6 months off of that single dose. So not only will it kill off any anchorworms that might exist, it will stop their eggs from hatching, and it will protect your fish for 6 months, even in an outdoor pond.
Wow.
And so I thought, well, I'll get a small bag and try that, see if there's interest in that. And I'm debating on possibly mixing it with like Epsom salt or something for a filler. I know my big thing is no fillers in any of my drugs, but if 1 gram treats 10,000 gallons, can you imagine counting a little grain to put in our tanks? So I'm seriously debating on adding like Epsom salt or something that's safe that could cut it enough where we could dose it into our fish tanks. I haven't decided yet, but I have to get the product in stock first for that.
Well, thank you. That sounds interesting, especially for, goldfish and koi breeders and such that have anchorworm issues and sick people.
Yep.
Cichlids.
And let's see, what else? The
I'm
chloroquine
super
phosphate.
I'm super excited to crawl through your site and see all the kitties.
All right.
Like, I'm itchy.
Itchy. Let's see what else is there. The chloroquine phosphate, FDA is still holding that product. It's been sitting on the dock since June. They still refuse to release it. But there's hope in possibility that they'll release it in a couple of weeks. Until then, I do have chloroquine phosphate, whatever not chloroquine, quinine. Quinine is the first generation that chloroquine is derived from. And so I have the original one. The quinine is what was used in the hobby way far back. I think the earliest date I saw was something like 1934 when it started being used in the fish hobby. And it was one of the drugs that was like a cure-all, kind of like people think Metro is today. It was so overused, it became worthless. And then it got replaced by the chloroquine. So hopefully with about 4 decades now of not being used, hopefully it'll be worth trying it again anyways. Same thing with Metro. One dosage is supposed to treat 164 gallons, but it seems like you have to double or triple dose to get anywhere today. So it's losing its effectiveness from resistance.
Well, you've just filled my head full of
I know.
I'm sorry. All the stuff that goes through in my head, because I have to keep track of all of this stuff, because I need to make sure I'm recommending the correct medication for the correct situation. And then I have to think about, okay, salt water is this, fresh water is that, this species you cannot, this species you can, and it's just mind-boggling. And that stuff's in my head only because I had that conversation with the manufacturer last week. So it'll be gone soon. But yeah, I have notes about all that stuff.
Thank you so much. Anybody else have anything to put in? We're on the hour, and I'm going to ask a few questions here at the end, but if anybody else has something they want to share, please go ahead. I want to say hi to Kay Holiday, all the way from the UK. She's joining us today, and glad that she caught the ladies live. And then Susie Q switched channels on me, and she's doing Planty Q101. Oh my God, I got so many fish, white sail fins. Is that you?
Yeah, that was a question Danica asked me.
Okay. y'all.
I didn't want to interrupt, so I was just trying to text it.
Your little woman's mind right here, I tell you. Wait till you get my age.
I think I am, Susan.
I was going to say, I think I am.
Oh, I really enjoyed this. I wanted to let everybody know, ask a few questions that I have to ask. First of all, I'm going to say thank you again for everyone that's joined on the panel today. This has been wonderful. It's been energetic for me. It's been uplifting for me from what I've been through, the last couple months, having to say goodbye to my son. But I wanted to know if Thursday is so far going to be a good day. I announced on one of my live streams that it would be every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern. And if it causes conflict, like Priscilla wanted to participate, but she's working. And I know others wanted to also participate because of some personal issues going on in their life. And if anyone else wants to actually host a hashtag FishFam All Girls live stream, just wording the title that way. And this is number 1, so it would be number 2. Keep them in number sequences if possible, if it's not too confusing. If not, I'll find you and hunt you down.
I'll hunt you down.
Just kidding. I want everyone to feel free that even though I'm hosting this one, you're welcome to host any of them. And I know Amber and Haley were doing a Saturday night ladies hangout or something like that. And there was someone that, sent me a private message and asked if I was part of that one. And they were confused because I was doing the live stream. I said, nobody has a license on this. So pay attention to whose channel is hosting what. And you will definitely hear it from me if I am part of it. If not, I'll say, well, I didn't know anything about it, and I came and hung out for a little bit and had to leave because of the late hour that they did it in. But there's no issues with anybody live streaming at the same time that someone else is live streaming, because we're a growing community. And you just have to sometimes hop from live stream to live stream as we've grown. So, like, well, wait a minute, they're my favorite and I want to catch their stream. That's okay. Catch both of them, pop in and out. And the part of the hashtag Fish Fam community that's so wonderful is that we show love for love. We build one another up. We troubleshoot for one another. We help support one another financially if we can, when it comes to hardships in our lives. So that's what this loving community is all about. And since I've been doing YouTube for, I keep saying 5 years, in January it'll be 6 years.
Wow.
And I've seen a handful of ladies grow to where I can't count you anymore. And that is wonderful. It's not that we weren't in the hobby, but we weren't doing YouTube videos. We weren't doing Facebook Lives. We weren't doing anything that was putting our faces out there. And I loved it because some of us didn't even have a face for almost a year before we went down YouTube. We saw your tanks, but we didn't see your face. And if we heard your voice, we were really fortunate getting to hear your voice.
So true.
But I love you all so much. And the floor is open to anybody else's comment right now.
Crickets.
Except for something I hear like a stapler being clicked in the background. That must be Dena.
Oh,
I'm very
yeah.
happy that
I have someone in the background that she's sealing bags for me right now. So that's what the noise is. It's okay.
Okay, it broke the quietness.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, we've got Why Not in Wyoming here. He's saying, hey, Susan for SLC, and hey, girls. And everybody's just, let's see. Chewy says Russia was a lot of fun. I learned a lot off of one of the content creators talking to Kay Holiday. Okay. And Melvin, I love it. Rebuilding our brand. He says hashtag Fish Fam United.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Joe's tips and tricks. Trying to find your channel, Kelly. She doesn't have one yet. We're trying to get her on board.
See, I was just wondering to myself, how did I not hear about Kelly with pickles plants? I love the name. How did I not hear about her?
Oh, Susan for SLC Aquatics has the connection.
Apparently.
Yeah, Susan was kind of my mentor in starting outdoor tubs. She inspired me to give it a try, and I love it. It's my favorite tank.
Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. A lot of times we don't know how we influence others, and hearing testimonials coming back is wonderful. Danny, keep your bubbly personality, sweetheart. I hope nothing ever happens in your life that you can't giggle your way out of it.
Oh, hi, me too.
I tell you, a lot of times people admire my strength in what I've been through with my son. But, I'm a spiritual woman. I have a relationship with my Savior. And on my other channel, Susan Shares Inspirational Messages, I'm going to do a live stream over there explaining exactly how the Lord prepared me for that moment when I found my son deceased. And, everybody grieves differently. Everybody has... who was it I was talking to? Everybody goes through the grief process different. And it may not be a child. It may be a pet. It may be, something that was very tender to your life that you don't know how it affects you emotionally till you go through it. but you know, you all have stepped up to the plate. And at the memorial service, there was just so many people from different genres and you know, just walks of life that my son touched their lives. And I loved the Discord group. Oh my goodness. I don't know if y'all caught the live stream memorial or not. It's still posted. Y'all can watch it. But the Discord folks is where Joshua lived, because he was a RPG player. He was a SL player. He was always on the Xbox. And since he was like 12 and 13 years old, I used to hide the power cord from the computer at night, because he'd sneak up in the middle of the night and be online. And I tried blocking him with passwords, and he'd always hack them. But I want to continue to do the hashtag FishFam all girls live streams every week. And if I can't do it, I might holler at some of y'all. And if you're not in the Facebook Messenger and would like to be put in the Facebook Messenger, just get with me and I'll be glad to add you, because that's basically where I'm communicating with over 40 women right now. And not everybody's in there. So
Well, add me.
add you. Okay, I will. I will look for, I think we're friends, aren't we, on Facebook? If not,
We might be.
yes.
Well, everybody, it's a little after 2 here. I have to get going, or I'm not going to get the orders out today. So
Thank you for coming by, Dena. We love you and
are more
appreciate
than
you.
welcome. And next time, let me know. And if I have time, I'll pop in. And if not, I'll have to be a next time then.
Thank you. And I have a feeling you're going to be even busier after this stream.
Well, thanks for the heads up. Yeah,
Love
that
you, Dena.
tends to happen. Michael did something on one of my products on his store, on his channel, and
Michael's
he gave me like about a 5-minute warning. He says, "I hope you're prepared for this," and I'm like, "Ah, yeah, that was quite the eye opener." He's got a huge following too.
He does.
Yes.
But we love you.
Love you guys too. Great to chat with you for a little while.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.
All
Bye.
right. Bye. Danny, thank you. Susie Q, thank you. Kelly, thank you. And those that joined us in chat, I want to tell everybody thank you. And who was it? Marie McCoy, great listening to you all. Welcome to the live stream. Chewy says, Karen Randall, former president of the Boston Aquarium Society and Aquatic Gardens Association director, and he shared the YouTube link to her channel if anybody's interested in going over. And you know, after you do a live stream, it takes several hours for it to process to get the live chat back, but those links will be there. And let me see if I can click on it now and just save it. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
So I just want to say, my first year in YouTube, videos, very awkward. I watched your lives all the time, Susan, and that's the only reason why I dared to try to do a live. So I wanted to thank you.
I guess that's good and bad.
It's all good.
I'll go back and look.
Yeah, Susan, to be honest, I did not even know what this was. I thought we were meeting about Birmingham, the Birmingham Aquarium group. So I was like, wait, what is this? And I started Googling it while we're on the stream. I was like, oh, okay, I don't know.
Hey, awakening. We all have those moments, Kelly. I do. I like show up at something. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not supposed to hear it.
What did I just sign up for?
Yeah.
That's funny.
But thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you being here, Kelly. And you know, we're really gonna see things grow in the next year. I really do. in the midst of all of this negative stuff,
Yeah.
we are bringing the positive. And I don't know if y'all ever caught any of the one live stream that I did about the COVID-19 situation. I said the fish community can tell everybody how to be sterile, how to not cross-contaminate. Keep your hands to yourself.
So true.
We could help the. Never mind. I won't say the words because I'll probably lose monetization. But anyway, we could help educate some folks. But we have had a wonderful time. I want to again tell everybody thank you. We're going to be logging off. This is Susan for SLC Aquatics. Susie Q at Q Aquatics. Go ahead and sound off.
Bye.
Kelly's bye.
How's that?
Go ahead, Danny.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Danny from Daniken Aquatics, the other half.
Yes.
And we love you guys. And you can still stay for a few minutes. But we want to say bye. Susan for SLC Aquatics. Hashtag FishFamMom. Touching lives, one fish at a time.